You may have heard me mention the radar screen before, and I'm excited about this because it shows you different methods that you can use, and it's key methods that we've used over the years as well. It's a slightly different style, but very effective, and it's a different and interesting way to search for stocks, as especially if you have maybe a favorite 300 that you like to watch, or even less. Normally people will watch 20 or 50 stocks or something like that, but with a column system like the radar screen, it enables you to look over just a large number of stocks real quickly and identify what may be of interest to you. So let me switch over to the chart or radar screen. Before I do that, I'm going to just quickly highlight the code system for this. The text color inside the box is either red or green, meaning that the line is either moving up or moving down. It's a black box with colored numbers in it. The blue boxes that you see with white text are high right leg W patterns. And the green box with black text in it is a bottom of cycle higher line, and the red box with the black text in it is a top of cycle lower line. We picked those three because they appear quite often in almost all the indicators, except sometimes not so much the high right leg W pattern in the long-term trend lines. Obviously they're slow moving, and so we'll see bottom of cycles and higher and top of cycles lower, but you don't see very often you don't see a high right leg in your slow moving lines. So let me remove this, and I want to identify with, or I want to talk to you about what we've got set up here. This is probably one of the biggest indicators. It's loaded this way when you receive the Day Trading Visual Basics app. You can just go to the radar screen and load this up. It's basically the chart value lines with alerts. And as I just described on the alerts, it gives us some key information. I'm not sure how well you can see the words here on the YouTube video, but basically in the right hand area over here we have all the slow lines. We have on the far right we have the swing green and red, and then the three in the middle on the far right are your trend blue, pink, yellow, and then your power orange and power green on the left of the right area. And so these are all of our major trend lines. One interesting aspect I'll point out to you as you look at these is, and I'm sure you've heard me mention it before on previous videos, but if you look in this middle section of the far right section, you see all the red aspects or red text, either box or text in the middle. And those three trend lines obviously turn faster than your power orange and green or your swing red and green. So it's quite visible when you look at it this way. And remember, a red box is your top of cycle lower pattern. And so a black box with red text can be a down move, or it can be a top of cycle, but not a top of cycle, but not a top of cycle lower. And so just, I know you know that if you think about it, but I just wanted to bring that up. Same is true with your green boxes. The green text can be up or a bottom of cycle signal. It's just that the green box is a bottom of cycle higher, and obviously with more power in it, or registering higher pressure, market pressure. And so that's critical for our determination of what's happening. And you can look at you can glance at the charts and maybe not see something like, for example, I want to draw, I'll make a white line across the chart, and right above the white line is just practically every box in that symbol is a red box, which means it's a top of cycle lower line. And in your ABC pattern, the C is lower than the A. And so that one moved down significantly, and in this case, again, I don't know if you can see it, but it moved down $3.18 for the day. And same is true with a few other spots. If I go down here to this line, you can see this symbol here, DLTR. It moved up significantly today, even though most of the candles, or excuse me, most of the stocks today were down. And so it just gives us a real good indication. I'm not sure if I've got any. Oh, here's one. Okay, this one is fairly decent. The line above the line that I've got drawn on the radar screen is a bunch of high right leg W's. And tomorrow that should be a very significant up day. And I've seen it where there's been just like this green line down right here, right above that white line there. I've seen it where right leg W's just practically fill the line all the way across. So this chart, excuse me, we break down this chart in a few different ways. You can actually load these onto the radar screen separately. I mean, you could load Zip Yellow and Power Zion, and you can load them separately. We've got them combined into different formats, and we've got quite a few radar screen indicators. This happened on what you're looking at right now. We have the symbol column over at the left. We have the last, what the price it sold at, so the last column, whatever the last price was, and then the net change expressed in dollars. And then the entire rest of the page is one indicator. And so like when I mentioned earlier that was one of the biggest indicators we have, it is. If you try to throw, on radar screen, you can throw 1,000 symbols in there, and you're going to need a pretty big, fast computer to have this much data flowing across, even 500 or 700 symbols at the same time. So it's just a great method to find different stocks real quickly, especially if you've got maybe you trade in a certain price range, or you trade in a certain industry segment. Whatever the case may be, this is an effective method to see what's happening very quickly. So take a look at the other videos we have in the radar screen. This is just one of them, and we'll